I appreciate you taking the time to watch my little presentations here. I wish someone had helped me when I was younger with this stuff, but that's primarily the reason that I'm here, hopefully to help someone else who's just getting started with this, or in a new place in their life, or they've just inherited some money or won the lottery or whatever. And how to manage all of this is sort of a mystery. I'm trying to demystify this. So in the last video, I discussed how to organize our savings into separate accounts that get automated. In this video, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the actual management of that income. Again, I'm not a creator or a graphic designer. I write all this stuff out by hand. It would be wonderful if I had better graphics for this. I hope that this helps still. And again, this is all based on my education. I've taken a couple of finance and economics classes in college, and then I've also read as many of the books on the shelves as I could because I didn't have anybody teaching me this stuff. So the average millionaire has an average of seven separate incomes. Okay, and I'm just going to use examples here. You could have your primary job, let's say you're an electrician. You have a secondary job, maybe you get photography gigs on the side. It's possible that you have a third job. Maybe at one time you did a little zine for your photography that you sold at a local fair or market or something like that, and it generates a little bit of money on the side. All of this is examples. Please incorporate your skills and passions into this. And then another one, most certainly, is the money that you're generating in interest from either your investments or even your savings accounts, if you choose to use that as income. This money is going to come into your main account, that primary account. I tried to color code it. I'm not sure if that's confusing or not, but the point is that this is going to go into your main checking account, your hub account, the account number 1 that I had explained earlier. And from there, you're going to divvy it out into your long-term, short-term savings and investments. Always pay yourself first. Always pay yourself first. It is the only way you're going to get ahead. A lot of people feel guilty. A lot of people feel pressured or burdened to pay their debts off first before they pay themselves, and you are setting yourself up for failure in the long run. If you can't get your own house in order, you can't invite anybody in. If you're giving away all of your money when you get it, you're never going to move forward. So it's vital that you put money into those first 2 savings accounts that I had described. Your short-term and your long-term savings, even your investment accounts. The money's going to go into these accounts and it's going to hopefully build, right? But you're also going to have, after you've put money into your savings accounts, you're going to have expenditures. And these are going to be divided between your needs and your wants, right? Your needs should be automated. You can automate these accounts with virtually every payment plan that you're on. They're going to allow you to make an automatic payment. For them, that's safety. Virtually every place that takes money is going to allow you to do that. And then you have your wants. Your wants is this little square right here. So if you reward yourself, if you're able to build this savings account up to where you're able to survive for a few months, everything above that is discretionary spending. And that can go to your vacations, to your clothes, to equipment to build. Like say you're a photographer, it could go to your photography equipment. You know, you're investing in yourself. It's always okay to invest in yourself. But your food, your shelter, your utilities, your health care, all of that stuff gets paid immediately, right? I don't have to tell you that. You know that. The third account that these funds are going to go into is your investment accounts or your super long-term savings, if living expenses, if that's how you want to see that account. Like I said, someday you might start living off of the money. If you're lucky, if you're fortunate, you might be able to set up to where you're kind of living off of your retirement account and your investments. Maybe that's stocks, bonds, all of that stuff. Maybe it's real estate, whatever it is. If you get to a certain point here, this is going to become another income. In regards to how to separate those incomes or those investments, if you can read here, you can see that I put different numbers here than here. That's my mistake, but the point is the same. The majority should go into low risk, but a little bit should go into high risk. The way that this was explained to me is these are your large cap, medium cap, small cap, and international funds, right? Small caps are the high risks, but these are the ones that might pay off the most. Maybe you've got a friend who you believe in their business and you're going to say, hey, I want to give you money, and if this goes well, you pay me back 2x or 3x or whatever it is. It's okay to set up a little bit of money like that as long as it's not your entire portfolio. Okay? 25%, the large caps are like your mutual funds, blue caps, low risk. These are the companies you've heard of and that are secure over the long term. Medium cap, still low risk, but like your S&P, market indexes. People who are at this point of investing, I don't need to describe these words for you. You already know what they all are, but it's essentially the companies that you're investing in and how you're doing it. Of course, I just explained to you the high risk ones, and then international funds. That's just a good idea. So separate it up to where 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25% are getting invested into those separate things, so you kind of cover a broad range of risk. If you are able to generate money back from yourself on these investments, you could either put them right back in, reinvest it, try to generate more, or just use it as your income. Okay, all of this is essentially the entirety of your financial life. There is virtually anything you can think of can be grouped into one of these things, whether it's saving, spending, investing, or generating your money. This is the entirety of wealth accumulation and distribution, personal finances. So it's super important to keep this stuff organized. One of the benefits of modern technology is it allows us to do that. Like I said, every account that you're going to be paying out is going to allow you to set up automatic payments. You could save that stuff in your bookmarks and in folders on your computer, or you can group your apps up together however you feel safest and most comfortable doing that. And all of this stuff, all of your money that's going in and out, can be managed in essentially these 4 buckets. This is many more buckets than that, but sort of a subfolders or sub buckets within this large bucket. I truly hope that this illuminates a lot of the mystery that surrounds finances. It's really not that complicated. It's certainly not as complicated as it's presented. How you do it on your own and in your own personal life is up to you. If you don't like this way of doing it, please don't do it this way. Do what you feel comfortable and safe managing. And if this helped you, please share it, because it's obviously it's rewarding for me, but I do think it's important. As a teacher, I see a true, genuine lack in just safe and honest education in regards to finances for kids. It really, from what I see, it seems to complicate and intimidate people more than it helps feel secure or benefits. So like I said, if this helps you, please help somebody else. Truly thank you for taking the time out to watch this stuff. If you have questions, I would love to answer them, and good luck.